when the O.J. Simpson trial was going on the day when they came back with the verdict, I was sitting quietly in a classroom, and suddenly I hear from the hall my brother screaming at the top of his lungs, "He's innocent! He's innocent!" And you started running down the hall. Do you not remember that? The verdict came in, and I guess you weren't in class at that moment and somehow found out about it, and you were running down the halls of the school yelling, "He's innocent! He's innocent!"
I don't recall that. It's
the
Heather
and
Ryan
show. Yeah! All right, this is the Heather and Ryan show, where all we're trying to do is put you in a better mood by the end of the episode than you're in right now.
Welcome to our bubble.
Thank you. That did not disappoint. Now, November happens to be, Ryan, the month that both you and I have birthdays in, so I thought it would be really appropriate to play the game You're Getting Old.
Ooh. As I was complaining about my jowls earlier.
You were. And I was complaining about how tired I get when we record late. So far, we're not doing great at this game, because here's how it works. I have a set of cards. On the top of each card is an old person thing. For example, it might say, "You eat prunes," which is an old person thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ryan, if you're a prune eater, you get a point. Ditto for me. If I'm a prune eater, I get a point, and that's bad. You do not want to earn points in this game.
Okay.
But should you score a point by having the old person quality mentioned on the card, you get a chance to get that point knocked off your score, because on the bottom of each card is a young person thing. For example, on the bottom of the prune eating card, it asks, "What is a hype beast?" If you can correctly answer that question, you get the prune point knocked off your score. And ditto for me.
Interesting.
Whoever gets the least points earns the ever-coveted Gloating Rights Trophy.
Until we play again.
You broke up in the middle of that.
Until we play again. Until
God.
we play again.
We have got to video this at some point. The looks on your face are so priceless. Okay, Ryan, let's get into this. The first card, the old person thing. You own an air fryer or Instapot. Do you own one of those things?
That's not fair. That is
I
not.
I own an air fryer.
But that's not an old person thing.
Ryan, we got to play the game the way the game is played.
I can test that.
By the way,
everybody owns an air fryer.
I don't know what to do about already contesting the game, but I did forget to mention that this game is by Vango, and they are not a sponsor. Please continue protesting.
I rest my case.
Okay. Well, overruled.
Okay.
You currently have an old person point.
I do.
As do I.
Okay.
I have an air fryer. Do you have an air fryer and an Instapot? Or just an air fryer?
No, I don't have an Instapot. I have a crock pot. I've got 2 crock pots.
Well, that's not an old person thing because it's not on the card, so that's fine. Okay, listen.
Okay.
Let us redeem ourselves by being young. Here we go. Ryan, you may have a point knocked off of your score if your aesthetic is cottagecore, which I am going to assume means you like cottages or living in cottages or decorating your house as though it is a cottage.
I don't specifically know what cottagecore is, but I can translate this sentence. So it's your style would be whatever cottagecore is, but like core, they use that in front of like all the different types of styles that there are. night core, super core, blue core. It's just like a dress style. It's like what your drip is.
I feel ya. Cottagecore is a design style and aesthetic that promotes a simple, rural lifestyle. I'm cottagecore. I'm cottagecore to the core. I just wear sweatpants all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And sit quietly by myself. There's no decorations anywhere around me. I never put anything up. I feel like that qualifies.
Okay, if you could just please ignore this tapestry and the background, but I too am cottagecore. I would have left this a blank wall if it were up to me. There's only one person in this house who's not cottagecore, and that's my wife. And she overrules this guy.
Ryan has a giant blue butterfly on an enormous tapestry hanging on his wall behind him. I swear we have to video. Half the comedy is the things you do and the look on your face. All right. Ryan, I will trust that you are cottagecore despite the tapestry hanging on your wall. And
Wasn't my
we both
decision.
have 0 points. I understand. I never thought it was, for the record. Mic adjustment. Okay, Ryan. Next card. The old person thing.
Mm-hmm.
You use Instagram to watch reposted TikTok videos that were popular last month.
Nope. I don't have an Instagram anymore.
Interesting. I only have one for the podcast. But I don't use it for anything other than posting.
I didn't really use it. I mean, I started using it again when we started the podcast before, but...
Well, so far, neither of us has a point, although I will admit I use YouTube to watch reposted TikToks videos
I use Reddit
that were popular last month.
To watch reposted TikToks.
I tell you what, it says Instagram. Since neither of us is Instagram, we are not old.
I agree. It's a good thing they didn't say MySpace or Facebook. The two old people ones.
Ryan, you could redeem yourself. Do you want to go to try to get a negative point here?
Sure, let's do it.
Here's the redeem. We're just making up rules as we go. The young person thing, the redeeming thing, Ryan, is the first thing you do in the morning open a social media app?
Yes. I will walk to my phone or walk to the toilet on Reddit.
You were so disappointed in yourself.
I was. I don't want to be young in that case, but I'll take the negative point.
Ryan, you know what? I'm going to give myself a negative point too because I'm on YouTube almost immediately every day.
Nice.
I'm trying to break the habit, but it's not working. Ugh. Okay.
I try to leave my phone by the bedside and then go do my thing in the bathroom. Otherwise, I'm on the toilet for a half hour just scrolling, doom scrolling,
That's
I suppose.
a good idea.
And I get so bored.
On the toilet? Because you're there for so long? You can't. I actually have the dog that I have to take out first thing every morning. So that keeps me from sitting on the toilet. But I scroll the social while she's doing her business out there.
Yeah.
Like a lunatic. Okay, Ryan. Next card. The old person thing. You enjoy trips to Home Depot to just look at stuff.
Fuck no.
Definitely not. Not me.
No.
Target, yes.
No.
Target, yes.
No. I don't want anything to do with window shopping. You keep that. When I'm ready to buy something, I'll go.
You know what? Good for you. I window shop on Amazon. I just load things into the cart, and Mike's like, I don't think we can get all this. I'm like, I know. I just was window shopping. Just take it all out of the cart.
I have the same conversation with Rebecca. Sometimes I'll see the shopping cart and be like, excuse me? what are you planning to do here? She's like, it's just a wish list.
It's funny how we don't use the actual wish list, but when you use the actual wish list, you forget what you wanted.
Have you ever
That's no
accidentally
good.
purchase all?
No. No, thankfully, no. Although, one day last summer, we did randomly get a package that had a small black tub with a spigot in it that nobody ordered that I'm aware of. We have no idea why it came to us. Came from Walmart. Still haven't figured it out. Haven't used it for anything.
Did it come from Amazon?
No, Walmart.
Interesting.
Okay, well, Ryan, we get 0 points for that. Both of us.
Nice.
Should we go for a negative point?
Sure.
Let's go for a negative point. The young person thing, you've given up on ever hoping to buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I haven't. My hope is still strong.
Well, you know what? If this makes the big bucks, Seth.
We'll become millionaire podcasters, and then we'll buy a big house. Ryan,
Yes.
next card.
Okay.
The old person thing. You own a power washer.
I don't.
What's the difference between a power washer and a regular washer?
Like a pressure washer?
Oh, a power. I thought it was a washing machine. I'm like,
No.
aren't they all powerful? What?
Pressure washer.
Oh.
It's just another
Okay,
word
we do not own a pressure.
There you go. Good
We
job,
do
Heather.
not own a pressure washer. Thank you.
I protest that one too, because homeowners should have one.
Well, young people aren't homeowners, apparently, according to this game.
I suppose that's true.
Yeah. All right.
Fair enough.
Ryan, the young person thing from this card, you've said you're the CEO of blank, not referring to an actual job.
That's
That's a no from me.
What?
Like, you're the CEO of a good time, buddy.
Yeah, I can't say that I've ever said that.
Me neither. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that was fun. Oh, I just realized I was going to say something when I was doing the game instructions, but it's not important now. I had to look up Hypebeast. Okay, there, I admit it. Let's keep going.
A person who hypes? That pumps you
No,
up?
it's actually it's a type of style that you dress as, which I forget what it is now. But anyway. Next card, the old person thing. You get irrationally angry at loud cars. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I just got up to 0 because with that loud muffler, makes me want to punch.
I mean,
Makes
I
me
get
wanna
mildly
punch.
irritated, but I don't like... I mean, I guess it depends on what I'm doing, too, and how frequently it's happening. Like, if it's like a one-off, I'm unbothered by it because I hear it so frequently. But if it's like constantly, I'm like, what the fuck is going on out there?
You know what? I'm giving you half a point for that.
Okay, fair.
You're at -1.5 now, and I'm at 0. You're winning. But let's see about the young person thing.
I think they're making half of these up, by the way. The young person thing. Convinced.
Not this one.
So I'll make
Not
believe.
this one. Ryan, have you ever said, make it make sense? I have. I have
Yes.
definitely said that.
I mean,
Excellent.
I've probably said that. I don't know. I'm going to guess no. Maybe I've not said that. Make it make sense? I don't
You
know.
already said yes, and I already totaled up your score.
Fine, I'll
But
take
that's
it.
okay. We'll take no. No, I won't give it to you.
Fine.
I love how we do this.
I said it was a maybe. I don't know. I'm sure I've said it. I don't feel like that's really a young person thing. Make it make sense. I don't know.
Okay, I will give you half a point.
Thank you, Heather.
You're welcome. I've definitely said it. I think I've said it on this podcast. Ryan, the old person thing. You've said, Costco has a sale on something.
Only after I found out in store that something was on sale. Who doesn't like Costco?
Who doesn't like a sale?
Young people are excited about Costco. Right?
I think young people want a sale.
Yeah,
Well, Costco has that whole membership card.
they do, but you make your money back if you get the executive membership.
Well, Ryan, I don't have a Costco membership, so this does not apply to me, making me young. Young again.
Yeah, but you're like, Target has a sale. Oh, I bet I have some coupons for Target too.
You know what? Straight up, I almost never use coupons. The only time I do is in Amazon because I just click it and then I get the coupon.
Mm-hmm. So
I can't be bothered with the paper coupons. But not paper coupons. I don't cut them out of magazines or whatever, newspaper.
Yeah, I don't understand people who are able to, like, do the extreme couponing.
Oh, gosh.
Like, I wish I could do that. The amount of stuff they get for practically nothing.
Yeah. Here's the thing that I've run into when I was, like, I did at one point, maybe this is why I don't do coupons, because I tried it one time. I said, I'm going to be an extreme couponer for like a month. But every time I go to the store, the generic item on sale was cheaper than the brand name, even with the coupon. So I was like, I mean, I'll just get the generic. I still spend less money than using the coupon with the brand name. So yeah. I kind of gave up on the whole thing.
It doesn't make sense to me. Like, I get if the coupon's like, buy 2, get 1 free. So you gotta buy the 2. But I don't understand how, like, some of these people are able to get it to where the store owes them money.
Yeah, I don't know either, because every coupon I've ever seen was like, like, you can't double it.
Yes.
Maybe they caught on to the extreme couponers. They were like, no more for you, people.
Wasn't that movie with Kirsten Bell with the extreme couponing? Wasn't that, like, based on a true story? You know what I'm talking about? Where
I think so. Is it on Netflix right now?
Yeah, they get, like,
yeah.
Somehow managed to, like, steal these coupons being made in Mexico and then selling them to people for, like, cheaper than the product or whatever, where they somehow, there was some scheme where they were selling coupons.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I think I put it on my list.
It's a good one.
All right. I'll check that one out. Ryan, do you want to try to get another? We're tied at -2 right now.
Okay.
Do you want to try to get another negative point with the young person answer?
Yes.
Have you ever said, okay, but did I ask?
Probably.
Really?
I mean, when I was younger.
But, okay. Let me rephrase
that. Falls under have you ever? Yes,
but the
I
card,
have.
Okay, stop. The card says, I didn't read the card exactly. I'm going to read the card exactly.
All right.
You've said, okay, but did I ask?
Yes. You
have. As an old person, you've said that?
Oh, no, but it says, have you asked? Yes, I have.
It's the young person thing. So, bro, you have,
and I was young when I said it, Heather.
Okay, I feel like you don't get a point for that. You don't get a minus point for that. And your face is telling me you agree. That sheepish look on your face is telling me. I'm just going to go on a mini rant right now.
Okay.
I cannot stand when people say this, and I don't say it to people because I think it is incredibly rude.
Mm-hmm.
Did I ask? Do I need your permission to speak if I want to? No, you didn't ask, you fuckwad. But I said it anyway. Go fuck yourself. I'm trying to think of an
example where, like, someone would actually say that.
Oh, it reminds me of someone from
does
school, my school
of?
days, who was a crappy person who would do stuff like that, who was a total douche nozzle.
Oh, it was a dude?
No.
Ooh.
Is douche nozzle only an insult for dudes?
Usually.
I just think it should be universal.
I mean, I've never heard a woman call it a douche nozzle, but...
Okay, well, now you have. Anyways, Ryan, the point is, we're still tied at -2. So let's do like one more of these and then move on to the next thing, okay?
Okay.
The old person thing. When someone says, this one time, you have the urge to say...
Don't say it.
At band camp.
God damn it.
Yes. Yep. Definitely. This one time at band camp. I'm taking that as a yes from you.
Yes.
Okay. Let's try to redeem ourselves here.
And even within the last week, I've said that. And I've said it preemptively because I'm starting my story with one time. So I always like to say one time at band camp, and then I'll go into my story so no one else can say it to me.
Ryan, here's the deal. we're going to redeem ourselves. We're not going to redeem ourselves because to redeem ourselves, it says, you don't know what movie that is from. And I definitely know what movie that's from.
I don't know what movie that's from. I just know that everybody says it.
Yes, you do. Bye, bye. It's American Pie. Now, Ryan, we're tied at 0 after that round.
We're doing good. We're not old. We're not old.
We're not old. We're doing it. Except for the whole band camp thing. We're not that old.
So if you get the young person thing wrong, does that count as an extra point? Like since
I did, but we don't have to.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah. I just decided if we don't get the young person thing, we get a point tacked onto our score.
Okay.
All right. So 0-0. All right, Ryan. We have no listener stories, so it's off to Reddit we go.
All right.
And I don't have so many stories per se. I think one of them's genuinely a story. But I just wanted to find out from people, what was your first sign that you were getting old? And here's what people said. From autoimmune to you, went to the doctor last week to find out that I'm a full inch shorter than I was. That's a sad day. From Bubbly Adeptness 7114. When I started craving sleeping on time, I am right there with you, Bubbly. Right there with you on that one. Like one of my favorite memes or sketches or whatever that I've seen recently. You know how all these like influencers, they'll do skits but they play every character in the skit?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. So it's this guy and he's just like, hey, do you want to go out with me? Or do you want to go to the party or whatever it is? And the guy's like, yeah, sure. What time? 9:00 at night? Yeah. Like it starts at 9:00 at night. Like I was like, I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm going nowhere that starts at 9:00 at night. I don't go to late movies anymore. I won't do it.
Yeah. I'll
hard. Fall asleep in the theater. Okay, here's a great one from Badass Panda. I was buying liquor. The cashier carded me, and I liked it. I've been there.
So here in Washington, from what I understand, is that by law, they're supposed to ask you for your license no matter what age you look now. Like, you could be old as balls, and they still have to ask you to produce a license. And
that is also true in New York now.
Okay. So there was one time where I had my license ready and I was buying a bottle of wine and she scans it and I go to hand it to her and I've got like the gray in my beard now. And she goes, I don't need that. And I said, fuck you.
Oh, yeah. Like in New York, they just card you. They don't even care anymore. And it used to be, there was a time when they were still carding, when I would get carded and I'd be like, yes, I'm still getting carded. Still getting carded.
See, when I cashiered, if some old person like had their, because when I was a cashier, this wasn't the law. Like if they looked over a certain age, you could bypass it. And anytime I saw like an old person with their ID ready, I would take it and sit there and look at it, look at them. Real skeptical, like.
Did you get a lot of laughs with that one?
I got a couple chuckles.
Better than a stone cold death stare, Ryan.
That's true.
From Dude, come on, what? High school kids started talking about shit that happened when I was young, the same way I talked about Vietnam and Woodstock. That's a good one.
Wow.
Like when they talk about the O.J. Simpson trial?
Right.
Or like, I don't know, the Gulf War?
Yeah, now when the kids talk about 2020, that'll be us in the future. Like,
That'll be our kids in the future.
That's what I'm saying. It's like we'll be the even older ones where we'll be in this guy's shoes. Like how we used to talk about the O.J. Simpson trial. It'll be them talking about...
Do you know what, Ryan?
Yes.
When the O.J. Simpson trial was going on the day when they came back with the verdict, I was sitting quietly in a classroom, and suddenly I hear from the hall my brother screaming at the top of his lungs, "He's innocent! He's innocent!" And you started running down the hall. Do you not remember that? The verdict came in. And I guess you weren't in class at that moment and somehow found out about it. And you were running down the halls of the school yelling, "He's innocent! He's innocent!"
I don't recall that ever. I remember being at Simon's house when the verdict came in, and him and Justin were all super stoked that he was innocent, and I had no idea who this dude was or his relevance. I didn't know who O.J. Simpson was.
Really?
I just knew he was on trial, and all my friends who were into sports were into it.
Well, I tell you what, I might have confused somebody else for you because I was like, probably only my brother would do something that obnoxious. It must be him.
I honestly, I had no idea who O.J. Simpson was. I didn't understand why this was such a big deal. But all my friends who were into watching football knew who he was.
Well, I don't know. I kind of did follow that. I can't remember how I must have heard about it on the news or in magazines or whatever, but we didn't have the internet like social media then, so it wasn't 24/7. Okay, you're going to like this one, Ryan, from Gary Nova. When I realized that the subreddit Ask Old People lets me answer questions.
I've answered some questions on there.
Does that mean you just lost this game? I think it does. I'm kidding.
No.
Stone-faced stare. We'll move on. So crazy for cats.
Listen, Heather, I am 3 years younger than you, I'll have you know. I am a young. Be jealous.
You have no evidence.
But I got a birth certificate.
I mean, you have no evidence you can present on this podcast that anyone can see because we're audio only. So I guess.
I even look younger than you,
I
Heather.
admit it.
I look younger than you.
I don't think you do. Do you? I don't want you to. It's because you got that baby face.
I do.
You got that cute little baby face when you shave your beard off.
I was a baby, Heather. Look at this.
Ryan,
little chubby cheeks.
When you have a beard, you look older than me. I think. When you grow the beard out because of all the gray in it now.
Heather, I should find a picture of me with a beard where I don't look completely homeless. And we should find out by strangers who they think is the older one.
Okay. We'll have to do that experiment.
But we have to Photoshop my beard on your face.
No, that's not part of the thing. Nope. Why would we do that? So random.
It has to be fair.
Okay, Ryan. It is fair. I can't grow a beard, so this is what my face looks like no matter what. You can grow one or not, so I feel like it's unfair if you don't have a beard in this comparison. I rest my case. Ryan from So Crazy for Cats. By the way, the question is, what was the moment that made you feel real old? Being called ma'am by a teenager at the gym. And let me tell you, I was 29 the first time anybody called me ma'am.
Yeah.
And it was this maybe 10-year-old boy. And then he followed it up with the gut punch. "Are you Jack's mom?" I was like, I'm not anybody's mom.
Damn.
Stop making me feel old. And
he did that on purpose, Heather. He did that on purpose. Oh, that was totally on purpose. He knew exactly what he was doing.
No, he actually thought I was Jack's mom. Okay.
I'm trying to defend
I tell you
Heather.
What?
I want to kick that guy in the nuts.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But at the age of 29, I suddenly did realize I am technically old enough to be the mother of a 10-year-old at this point in my life. It's not beyond reason.
Oh, it was a 10-year-old? I thought this was like a random teenager at a gym. Oh.
No.
Got you. Well, then in that case, it's kind of cute.
It is kind of cute. From BC001. Brooke Shields is on the cover of AARP magazine. That'll do it. That'll make anyone feel old.
It's like...
Do you not know who Brooke Shields is?
I know. I was about to make a comparison, Heather. It's like Jamie Lee Curtis doing Activia commercials.
I know! Or other old celebrities doing old commercial things. Okay, Ryan.
Ted Nugent promoting his testosterone.
Oh my God. Okay, we're going to do one more of these from Severe Upstairs 1645 in answer to what was your I'm old now moment. This really cute guy asked me out for drinks. I accepted. While we were sitting at the bar, he was telling me more about his life. Turns out he's 10 years younger than me. Not necessarily a deal breaker. Lives with his mother and has no car. But he assured me that he was about to turn things around in his life because he had just joined up with a pyramid scheme. He further explained that all he needed now was an older lady to buy him a car. That evidently was where I came in. I politely declined. This is the greatest story. I politely declined, explained that I was not the girl for him, and got up to leave. He said, "Wait, remember how I don't have a car?" And requested that I give him a ride to his mom's house. Oh my God.
Oh, that's great.
Severe Upstairs, I'm sorry that happened to you. That's ridiculous. Listen, send us your stories. You can do that by commenting on this episode on our YouTube channel. If you're listening on a podcast app, the link is in the episode notes or the description of the episode you're listening to right now. And yes, we want that. Oh, or you can email us, theheatherandryanshow@gmail.com. We want your stories. Always want them. Yes, we do.
Ooh, Heather, guess what?
What?
I got my first paid gig for a voiceover.
You what? Jealous? Should I be jealous, though? What is it
for? No, you don't need to be jealous for this one. Because I'm getting paid in lunch and breakfast. And an energy drink.
But what's it for?
I'm doing a Mickey Mouse voice for this dude's daughter because he's taking her to Disneyland for coworkers.
Oh, okay.
And so before you called, I was sitting there trying to read through my script and do my Mickey Mouse voice, but I can't do it for too long because then I start sounding really like... I start sounding like Herbert the pervert from the Family Guy. It's like...
I'm not familiar with Family Guy, but I can imagine.
It's rough, Heather.
Ryan,
it's hard out here for a voice actor.
You'll make it. You'll make it big one day, Ryan.
Thanks, Ev.
And you'll get all the lunches and children's party cake your heart desires. Now, I like this to be the listener comments segment. Again, we're high and dry. Nobody's commenting on anything. So I decided to bring back an old segment.
Ooh.
Ish.
Okay.
Research inspired by a previous episode's game.
Okay.
Ryan, we're going to talk about quicksand because we've twice now on this podcast wondered about quicksand. So here is the deal from earthfacts.com. Quicksand is simply sand or soil that has been shaken up and saturated with water, usually from an underground spring. Quicksand can also form when the tide moves up onto a beach or when an earthquake shakes up underground water and sand. If you leave quicksand alone, it will thicken again. Quicksand with a lower water content will become very viscous when it thickens. I think I said that right. Trying to pull your leg out of it would be like trying to pull your leg out of a giant vat of molasses or a tub of wet concrete.
Because we've all experienced that. Thank you for the comparison.
I'm trying to think of something similar. Like maybe it's like trying to get out of the, those pits at trampoline parks full of all those styrofoam, those cushiony. Maybe it's kind of like trying to climb out of one of those. I don't know. Those are hard to get out of. It's not the same thing at all. Let's move on. Although people are often advised not to move around in quicksand, with this type of quicksand, moving your legs around to loosen up the sand can be a good idea. When you move your legs, you agitate the sand and cause water to flow between the grains so that the quicksand becomes thinner and flows more easily. This can make it easier for someone to pull you out. With the more watery type of quicksand, it's better to lie on your back and using slow movements, move out of the sand and try to paddle to safety. Now, Ryan, quicksand behaves like any other liquid in that objects that are denser than the liquid will sink and objects that are less dense will float. So you can float in quicksand, but it's impossible for your whole body to sink into quicksand.
Isn't that what I said? That's what I said the last time we talked about this.
That is what you said. You did say that. Now we know for sure. Even though you can't sink in quicksand all the way, you can be trapped in quicksand and it can be deadly. You could drown in quicksand if you somehow got your head underneath the sand. Similar drownings occur in the Dead Sea, which, because of its high salt content, is also much denser than water. Humans can't sink in the Dead Sea either, but they can drown if they turn their face down and their faces become submerged so they can't breathe. Okay, if you were trapped in quicksand near an ocean, you could drown when the tide came in. You could also die of thirst, exhaustion, or exposure to the elements if you're trapped for too long. So that's the skinny. That's what we got on quicksand.
I said all of that.
We repeated ourselves on this podcast. What else is new? Right?
I want to back up for just a moment.
Okay.
So they're saying if you roll over in the Dead Sea, you're going to drown. Because I float on my stomach all the time in fresh water.
Well, I suppose you could roll back over onto your back. I don't know why you couldn't do that. Will you get trapped if you roll over? Okay, I thought we had the answers, but we have nothing. We still don't know.
Sorry.
Unbelievable. Listen, here's the deal. Ryan, Mike is texting me to come and handle the children because he has a broken ankle right now and he's hobbling around doing it himself. So we're going to end on some free advice.
Don't break your ankle.
Okay.
Husbands.
If you get trapped in quicksand, don't stick your face in it. Okay?
That is really good. Don't stick your face in the Dead Sea. You'll get stuck in there too.
For sure. And share the podcast. Tell somebody about it. If you've been loving what we've been doing, tell somebody you think would appreciate it. And may you have the most autumn coolness you've ever had. Unless you're in the southern hemisphere, in which case, have a great springtime. Until
we play again.